Hello everyone. Well, we're going to be doing another load of colors today. This one's going to be bigger than the last one, probably significantly. I'll explain why in a second. Yeah, it's 10 minutes is fine. Start loading it up. I don't even think this thing's going to take a full load. What I got here, but we'll see. I reckon it'll get most of this. It's a big washing machine. Yeah, it's actually gotten quite a lot of it. Maybe it can take a full load. Hang on a sec. There's just two more things. Man, I don't believe it. Surprisingly, it all fit. That's quite impressive. That's just water. I didn't have any white vinegar. Wow, it's behaving very quietly today. Don't have an explanation for that. Usually this thing will squeak a lot. Oh, squeak. It's actually doing quite well today. So tripod to the side because I'm gonna be holding the camera today, which is nice. I honestly can't believe this thing took a full load. I mean, that's pretty incredible. They weren't fooling around when they said extra capacity. See, by now everything's submerged. And just like that, full load of colors is underway. Anyway, so the last video that I put up on my channel was an older video that I recorded. When I put it up, it was 2 weeks old, that video. So probably by the time this video comes up, it'll be 3 weeks old. I mentioned I had restocked on my Ultramax. Well, I ran out, so that's why you see me cutting up in a new one, because I was lucky enough to find one at the store again. I don't know how often they run out of this stuff, but it's very cheap for how big it is. Only $12. So yeah, definitely a good detergent. I also ran out of white vinegar. I still have the bottle, but yeah. There's only 4 in here, but there's more in the bag back there. Yeah, a normal bottle of Tide too, like I mentioned. It's already almost gone. That's the detergent I grew up with. It's nice to see it back here. But yeah, I had some of my family went down to the South Island for about a week, and a couple of days ago they came back and there's a lot of laundry that needs to be done, so that's what I'm doing today. See, the sun finally came out. We've had kind of not exactly great weather. It was very cold this morning. And yeah, but it's a good day for laundry. I had a couple of difficulties with my camera this morning too. I went to go swap out the SD card, I believe that's what it's called, because the one that I had in it already was full. And it's almost as if it froze. It didn't do anything. It's weird because when I closed it, it didn't turn off. When I went through all the settings, it didn't do anything. It was almost as like, it's like it froze. But I took out the battery and I put it back in and it seems to be working again. But yeah, it's just, the camera survives another day. And I mean, the machines are perfectly fine. I took the cabinet off of this one. There's the new water valve. I'm having an issue with that too. It appears as if it's not shutting, because it's got a leak there. It's not that big of a leak, but it's still something. It hasn't stopped. That's why I actually took the cabinet off, was to investigate that. But yeah, I don't think there's anything out of the ordinary. As for the Maytag, well, I did do something to it. I might actually put this back on the tripod briefly. Yeah, that's a good angle. I took the screws for the panel off. I can just pop it right off. So about 3 weeks ago, or I don't know how long ago, somebody commented, I cannot recall what their channel was. I think it was BRTH Dan. I believe that is the name of the channel. I don't know if that's correctly what it was, but he mentioned something about in regards to the pump adjustment, something about it being too far to the right. I didn't didn't do it straight away because I wasn't so sure how to, but I think I kind of put two and two together and I figured out how to do it. I just loosened up the screws below it and moved it to the left a bit, so now it's kind of in the middle. The reason I did that is because I thought I could stop the squeaking noise by doing it, because I noticed a while back that whenever I push the tub this way, it's almost as if it stops. So I thought it had something to do with the tension of the belt. And I thought that by sliding the pump this way, it would relieve the tension on the sliding plate, put more pressure on the transmission pulley belt. So that's why I did that. I moved it, but as you can hear, it didn't stop it. And so I thought I was just going to leave it, but it's actually kind of, I've noticed since I moved it, it's kind of misbehaving during the spin. It does this weird thing. The motor sounds, it makes a different pitch whenever it goes into the spin. It's kind of like a lower sound. And if I was to take a guess, I would assume that it's almost as if the motor is struggling. But that was not the only observation I made. I was quite surprised because when it was spinning, guess what I heard? I heard the knocking sound. If some of you guys are familiar with Drummer Boy's 1978 Maytag, I believe it's the A408S. Occasionally, sometimes, that machine will make the knocking sound. But I noticed when I moved that, it was doing it. I don't know why or what it is, how it could be caused, but yeah, it makes the knocking sound. Speaking of the knocking sound, we're going to hear it in about a minute's time. Here we go. You'll be able to hear what I'm talking about. Also the sound of the motor. Well, actually the motor doesn't sound as sound like it was sounding a couple of days ago. It sounds like it's actually, well, you see that it's actually moving. You can also see I took the back panel off. That's how I stopped the vibrations. You would have heard it in the first video. But yeah, clicking sound. But the motor sounds like it's actually almost back to normal. It was sounding different a couple of days ago when I adjusted it. It almost sounded like the older style motors. It had a lower pitch. But it almost sounds like it's back to normal. I'm still going to adjust the pump back to where it was, because, I mean, I know that, I believe by moving the pump this way, it probably causes the machine to spin up faster, but I don't care about that. I just don't want to be putting stress on any of the parts. And I can't even really notice a difference either. Oh. There's another noise. I don't know if you can hear that. See, it doesn't make much of a difference. See, now you can't hear the knocking sound. You can still sort of hear the other sound. Actually, no, I can't hear it anymore. Yeah, I think it stopped. Yeah, I don't really see a difference in how quickly it accelerates. So yeah, I'm gonna adjust it back when I get the chance. Done this in a while. Let me put the camera down here so we can see the belts. It's too bad the camera can't get all the way down. But I mean, that's a good angle still. Look there. See the motor moving ever so slightly. Oh yeah, I haven't shown this clearly. Actually, you know what? Maybe I have. I showed it in the first video. Yeah. You can see where I cut the wire connectors off to get to the harness. Put the new ones on and it worked. That wasn't too bad getting them on either. It's really just a matter of like pushing the wire in there and crushing it together, basically. That's what it looked like to me. There it is. See there? We've got Lint. It just has an interesting habit of moving to one side of the Lint. Probably, I don't know why it does that. I imagine it would be in like a perfect ring, but no, it all goes to one side. I guess it kind of like, it's almost like the GE filter flow pan, because you know you can't have a perfect ring of Lint because it's moving side to side, so it'll all crunch up into a ball. I guess that's like the same principle goes with that. Yeah, it makes sense. Might not be the best Lint filter, but it sure is easy to clean. That's all that matters to me. Before any of these machines came along, I had a hire with the impeller rather than the agitator, and it had two Lint filters on either side, and they were a pain to clean. I had to snap them out of position, unfold it to get access to the bag. Then I had to push the bag through the hole to get the Lint out. And usually that wouldn't even get all the Lint out. I'd have to scrub most of the Lint off of the bag itself. And it took like a minute to do. You know, putting the bag back through the hole, snapping it back to position. Getting in there is about like a 3-minute task, and that's just for one of them. You do the other one too. So, why do we even bother cleaning the Lint filter? This one doesn't have a lint filter, but you know, that has its disadvantages. With things like bath mats and such. I think here in New Zealand, I was looking online at some of the reviews that the machine had, and that was like the only thing that was generally complained about this machine, is that it didn't have a lint filter. I don't know. Oh, that's a thing that's complained about in America, but I guess people here are kind of sensitive to that subject. Yeah, this one has a lint filter, which is nice. That's what I mean. I'll never figure out what that is. I'm pretty sure it has to do something with tension or something on that. It doesn't work when I push it this way. In fact, I think it gets worse, but oh man, for some reason I can't do it. You know what, that actually just reminded me of something I forgot to mention. I should have mentioned this. I found a leak. It was coming from up there. That was because the tub to pump hose was sliding off. So I completely took the hose off, slipped it back on, tightened it as tight as I could. That seems to have stopped it, but yeah. When I noticed it, I was afraid it was going to pop off, and look at how much water it sucked up. Because this is still extra large, so this is supposed to be up to the dispenser, and it's just gone way down. I can't believe it took a full lift. I'm still quite shocked. Because when I first saw this machine, I guess I'm just so used to seeing this washer on YouTube, but it just looked smaller than I thought it was. But no, this is actually generally a big washing machine. And there's the clicking sound again. I wasn't thinking about that until it started. Yeah, you can see, probably, I think, motor moves just a little bit while it's accelerating. Spinning up nice and quickly. I know that it is an issue where things fly over the top and get stuck in the tub or jam the pump, but sometimes I just monitor it, because you know, it feels very high, this washer. It's a danger that I'm still very well aware of. It hasn't happened to me before, but I know it's a thing, so I always keep an eye on that. That would suck if I had to take the tub ring off. here we've balanced pretty well. The damper pads have not played up since the recording of the last the video that I showed it played up. That was the first time it ever did that. But it hasn't done it since, so I'm really honestly not worried about it as much as I was then. Still got a couple more years in those damper pads. Oh yeah, I forgot about this. Sometimes when this machine shakes a lot, or when the tub is moving a lot, the bleach dispenser hose will rub up against the cabinet, and I stop that with a, what do you call it, cleaning wipe. Stop it with a cleaning wipe, and now it doesn't squeak anymore. And in case any of you new people haven't seen some of the first videos of this machine, this is not the original bleach dispense hose. It's not the original bleach hose. Because, I mean, Maytag does not use garden hoses for the bleach hose. I imagine that at some point the original hose, which should be rubber, probably, I don't know what would have happened to it. Maybe it got torn off at the end or something. Maybe it just rotted away. No idea. But yeah, that is not original. It should be rubber. Also, I'm pretty sure there's supposed to be something holding that in, but it never leaks, so that's good. Man, we're almost done. We could stop right now. Man, perfect timing. Oh, where are you? That is another thing. This thing doesn't squeak anymore whenever it breaks. Instead, sometimes I get this rubbing sound. I don't know what it is, but yeah, that's a thing. Oh wow. Full load of colors. Again, I'll make sure to do something different at some point, because I know all I've done is just towels and normal clothes. Maybe I'll wash a bath mat or something in here at some point. And of course, I haven't done a full cycle in the Whirlpool for a long time, so I'll make sure to get that done as well. Oh well. Oh, the camera's moving. Sorry about that. Thank you all for watching this video. There'll be plenty more videos in the future, obviously. And yeah, I'll see you, as always, in the next video. Bye for now.